I'm Paul Bonhomme, and welcome to another episode of Air Race Uncovered. A race run is normally between 5 and 7 kilometers long, and the difference between first and second place can sometimes be measured in thousandths of a second. We're going to learn today how the teams attempt to find the perfect racing line.
He's got his G under control, he's finding a nice, tight racing line.
I'm now in the Blades Racing Team hangar with their tactician, Neil Furness. So Neil, here we have a simple track. You want to fly straight lines, but that might involve big turns. That involves G, that means drag. How do you balance that?
Obviously, the fastest line is direct from gate to gate to gate to gate. You want to travel the shortest amount of distance, but to do that, you have to pull more G and then have more induced drag. And more induced drag means less speed. So you have to find a fine balance between the shortest ground track and the least amount of drag.
Then begs the question about gate angles. How do you work out the optimum angle for each gate?
So you've got to think about what the wingspan is and what the gap between the pylons is. So obviously, coming straight through the pylons, you've got a nice big gap between each winglet. However, if you increase the angle, the effective distance that the plane can see coming straight towards it begins to decrease. And obviously, if you've got less space between the gates and the wingtips, you're much more likely to hit the gate.
So we've looked at the horizontal aspects. Let's talk about the vertical turning maneuver. How do you work that out?
Firstly, Paul, the turn starts before you even get to the gate. Ideally, we want to have that plane turning as it's going through the gate to overcome the inertia already in the plane. And that's that little bump of smoke you see before the gate. Ideally, we don't really want to waste our speed gaining height. We want to stay flat the whole time.
We see different teams taking a lower line or a higher line. What determines how high or low you go in the VTM?
We want to minimize the height gain and keep all the energy in the plane as speed rather than height. You'll see a lot of pilots here going through the gate and turning flat to keep it low and keep the speed in the plane.
Let's see how Levot takes the race line. He's gone for that S-turn. And that is the first pilot to go for the S-turn and the oblique vertical turn maneuver.
Sometimes that's not possible though. Let's say the crowd are over here and we've got to keep the aeroplanes away from the crowd. You have to go vertical then, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes we're forced to go upwards because of restrictions on the track to keep the crowd safe.
So the whole thing is a trade-off, isn't it? The straight lines, the G-force.
It's just a balance. It's just like the pilot has to keep the plane balanced the whole way through the track. You have to know that you're balancing the energy and you're balancing the way your plane wants to handle.
Controlling the G has been the key factor to success. And then away you go.
So that's a tiny introduction into finding the perfect racing line. Thanks, Neil.
Sure thing, Paul.
Now, I've got a couple of questions about these other gates. If you move that gate and come through there a bit too fast, what would you do? Hello, YouTubers. Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, you need to click here. And if you want to watch more videos, you need to click here.